not it.
That's it.
There is a place very far from this world. And the only way you can get there is through music. Remember, only music can set you free and fill you with energy to life.
You're straight up now?
Yeah, I'm straight up. I think I'm straight up. Am I upside down on this presentation? Let me know. Okay, we are getting ready to go live on the show. So in just a couple seconds, we're going to go live. We've got about, 30 seconds, I think. Thanks for tuning in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
This is a public service announcement from this station. Idiots are now assisting with the broadcast. This is Rhonda, and thanks for tuning in to the WTF show right here on KUHSdenver.com. Coming up today, one-hit wonders. That's songs that either one hit overshadowed every other song the artist played, or they simply had one hit, and poof, they were gone. Kind of like Trump's inner circle. Also, we're coming up on April 16th, and for everybody in Colorado, we know that's Alfred Packard Day. So I'm going to have some weird Colorado facts, including the story of Alfred Packard and Mike, the headless chicken. All this and more coming your way on KUHSdenver.com. And now, one-hit wonders.
I love that song. We're going to want to crank that one up, Henry, a little bit. This is one of my favorite one-hit wonders, Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum. Yeah, there we go. Starting it off right today. Henry, you think we're going to go to Spirit in the Sky?
No.
No. No. Not going. Not too soon, I hope. We got some folks already tuning in. Let's see, we've got Brittany. Hi, Britt. And Retta. Hey, Retta. Retta Lean, the Memo Queen. Retta was my assistant at KIMN Radio right here in Denver. She's awesome. She works with Cleo Parker right now. Cleo Parker Robinson. She's just an incredible lady. Love her to pieces. All right, so what we're going to do is, as you know, the radio feed's going to have one-hit wonders. That's going on. I'll be posting that a little bit later, too, to my WTF Facebook page, in case you missed the radio and want to have the songs. And on the video side, we just talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. So we're going to start out with some news that I picked up from The Onion. That's one of my favorite places. Okay, and this one is about Rachel Maddow. It says, I do love Rachel Maddow, but this is kind of close to true here. Enraged to the point that she no longer is able to form words, a fuming Rachel Maddow spent an entire episode of her show Thursday just pointing wildly at pictures of Putin.
Wow.
For the first segment of the program, the political pundit reportedly jabbed her finger at Putin's photo as her facial expressions shifted from sad to angry and back to angry and finally to disgust. Oh, let's move that. We don't need that right now, right? And finally to disgust. When she returned from the commercial break, she had a guest and she was shaking her head indignantly already and proceeded to alternate gesturings impatiently at the Russian leader and pointing directly to the camera. And sources say that she confirmed when her host presented the book, she slammed it down 4 or 5 times and shaking her head and just kept muttering over and over again. NBC sources confirmed, though, that that was Maddow's highest rating episode ever.
Wow.
She does do that. Have you ever noticed? I mean, I love her dearly, but she really gets into it. Like, but she's one of the people that's on my bucket list. I would love to meet her.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's really brilliant. And she was a professor of policy, government policy, before she was on the air.
Really?
And she was an activist. Yeah, she's really cool. Anybody you'd like to meet, Henry, that's in the news world? In the fake news world, I guess, since everybody thinks everybody's fake. You know,
I'd like to meet
everybody's fake but Fox News. Did you notice that? And they're the biggest fake news that ever listened. They started the whole fake news.
Do you know that this fake news never came about until we got this fake president?
Yeah, that's right. Fake news, fake president. But it's actually propaganda. It used to be called propaganda in Hitler's time. And it was one of the first tactics anybody ever used to make people distrust the media and all media sources, because you cannot have a democracy with a free press. It is impossible. So that is why it's so important, folks, to support our press, whether you even Fox, support them all.
Wow.
You know, you really need to. Who else? Anybody else you'd like to meet, living or dead?
Matt Lauer.
I hate Matt Lauer. You want to meet Matt
Yes,
Lauer?
I want to meet
met him, you know.
Did you? Why,
Yes.
why do you think he's disgusting?
I had to take a shower as soon as I met him. Oh.
Why? What happened?
No, he's just creepy. He comes across as an arrogant little prick. You want to know the truth? And I met Matt Lauer. I met a couple of folks when I was in New York because I used to work for Disney when ABC Radio was Disney, and the person that interviewed and hired me was the president of all the ABC owned and operated affiliate stations. And so I had to go to WABC and spent some time there. That was kind of fun. Got to get the 2-cent tour around New York. It was pretty cool.
And Matt Lauer you didn't like.
Well, he's not really part of that, but I met him on another occasion when I had to go to New York for a broadcast convention. And I just didn't like him. He's just not nice. Katie was very nice, however.
Katie Couric?
Yeah.
You like her?
Yeah, I like her. She's cool. I'm trying to think some of the other, Harry, I can't remember his last name now, but he used to work here at Channel 7. He's a national newscaster. He was a good guy, too.
Oh, yeah.
And Paula Zahn.
I remember
she was
Harry.
great.
Yes,
Yeah.
Harry went on. Harry.
Yeah. I
his
know.
name.
I forgot his name now.
He's balding, though.
Yeah. And I think he married Paula Zahn. She was really nice. But anyway.
I don't know why men marry women. What's the point? That's just a financial thing.
Why men marry women? Why, Harry, you want
It's just a financial
you want to
thing.
marry a man? What?
No. Why did you go there?
I don't know. I
No,
was
as
wondering
a-
why you said that.
No,
Why?
because it's just a financial thing. Why don't they just bond and have a bonding ring set up or something? Why do they say, I'm going to marry and you sign papers and it's just like, you're signing your life away. It's like worse than a mortgage.
Well, now it depends on what the woman brings to the table, doesn't it?
Yeah, what does she bring to the
Well,
table?
she
Like
may-
some
she may bring-
burritos?
She
or...
may bring some more money than the man, for all you know.
Where?
Oh gosh. Okay, you should have been in the room when Trump signed the executive order this week to eliminate the fact that women get equal pay for federal contracts. That happened. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they signed an executive order, and there were a bunch of idiot women standing around clapping when he signed away their rights. You know, it's like, okay, you dumb shits.
But why should
You
they
know.
get equal pay?
Well, oh, you are not going there. You are not going there. Seriously, you are
Yes,
not going
I don't
there.
believe that
You-
they should get equal pay.
You better be believing we should get more pay.
Put the gun down, Rhonda. Put
Let me
the
tell you
gun
something. Women have to work twice as hard and get paid about 3/4 of what men do. I saw that
Well,
every
that's
day where I
about
worked.
right, though.
Okay.
I am
I'll tell you right now, as a woman, I
You're
would
gonna
not
take
go
me
for
outside.
anyone who did not
Yes.
support equal pay amendment. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't support it. Wouldn't vote for anyone that didn't. But they
Why
signed
should
away.
they get equal pay, though?
Oh, I'm going to kill you. I
No,
really.
no, really. Okay, so let's
Same
say we
job.
both get the same job.
Uh-huh.
We're working as bricklayers downtown.
Uh-huh. And I can
And-
do the same job as you.
And I told you to be a hot carrier, and I want you to carry all these really
Mhm.
heavy stuff,
Mhm.
and you think you can do that?
Well, if I can carry as many as you can in the same amount of time, I should get equal pay. If I can only carry half as many, then I shouldn't get the same.
See, I rest my case.
But that's not about bricklaying. This is about, about most of those jobs are office and management type positions as well. But
But
you should get the same pay.
But women
You-
have this emotional segment going on with them
Mhm.
all the time, and they get really upset. I mean, imagine if she's really upset and makes the wrong decision and just tears.
Oh, I am just going to kill you. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you?
I just brought
Well,
some.
men think with their what all the time and get those companies sued every other day for trying to sleep with their employees.
Well, sleeping is nothing. You go to bed
Well,
and
okay.
sleep. You're
I'm
snoring
being
away.
polite. I'm being polite. I am being polite. Don't get me going there.
You're
You're gonna get me
eyeballing
going.
me. No,
I'm like, all right, Henry.
just stay to you.
I'm going to get a knife and cut yours off.
Okay, Miss Bobbitt.
Yeah, Miss Bobbitt. Just call me Elena Bobbitt. Wasn't that the weirdest story you ever heard?
That
Like
was
he had Frankenweenie after that. They put it back on. I mean,
a Franken.
that's just creepy. Who'd want to know? I don't know what you're talking.
Frankenweenie.
It was. It was a Frankenweenie.
God.
Oh my God.
That is funny. You made me turn red. I blushed.
There's some really weird stuff out there. We're going to talk about that a little later. We're going to talk about Alfred Packard later in the show. I'm saving it because I'm going to do the news both on the radio and on the show, and then I'm going to do the rest of the story. The rest of the story on the video feed, but on the radio feed we're going to chat about Alfred Packard. He's my favorite all-time Colorado guy. All right.
It was the Alfred Packard
Packer.
thing up in Boulder.
Yeah, it was the Alfred Packard cafeteria.
Yes.
Where you could invite your friends for lunch. That's what they used to say. But before we do that, there's like all kinds of weird stuff. There's Alfred Packard Day, of course, in Colorado, April 16th, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But there's all kinds of weird festivals and things that take place all over the country. And we're going to chat a little bit about those as well. And here's one of my favorites. We're going to come back and forth to this, but I just have to talk about this one. I want to go to this. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's called the Roadkill Cook-Off. And of course, it's in West Virginia. the roadkill cook-off. And apparently, who hasn't driven past like animals dead in the road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you live out in the country. Well, every year in Virginia, there's a place called Marlington, Virginia. You can actually eat some of that roadkill.
Oh my God.
It's a roadkill cook-off festival. It allows locals to enjoy a day of tasting strange cuisine. So I don't think they actually pick them up off the road. I think they go shoot them or something. And so they have like raccoon and squirrel and snake and all this stuff that you can eat. I've eaten squirrel actually. And they have local crafts and local wines and music, and it's called the Roadkill Festival because it's all those kind of critters that people like possums and stuff people used to eat. Oh, I spit on you, possum. Just kidding. Okay, and all these things that people used to eat, years ago when they were living in a cabin and they were starving and they just kill like a rat or something. But it was kind of funny. And then here's another one. I don't even know if I can say this one right. It's Nalukatag Festival in Alaska. And it's in Barrow, Alaska. Anybody been there? Have you been there?
Yeah.
Anybody from Alaska on our feed?
Let's take
a look and see. We've got some. We're going to refresh and see who's on there. United Kingdom, Utah.
American Fork.
American Fork, Utah. That's pretty good. They're going to like the Alfred Packard Cafe story. Where's that one? Fujimi?
Fujimi and Saitama, Japan.
In Japan, we have Turkey, we have California, we have United States, we have Cyprus.
I want you to say that word.
Oh my, I have to get close to say that. I'm not getting fresh,
yeah.
Henry. I'm just going to try to read that. It is, what the heck? A visitor from Rabat Salazamor, Zaire. So, right?
Rabat Salazamor, Zaire.
That's pretty cool. Hey, thank you for tuning in from all over the world. We appreciate it. Anyway, back to this. So there's a festival in Alaska called Barrow, Alaska. It's held every June in the spring, and it's part of just after the whaling hunt is finished. I guess they still hunt some whales up there. The Eskimos are allowed to. And the success of the whaling season determines the length of the festival, which can range anywhere from a day longer than longer than a week. Isn't that cool? And the most prominent activity that takes place is a blanket toss, which is where locals use sealskin tarps, and they literally throw people in the air. So they just toss you up and catch you on these sealskin tarps. I think that sounds kind of fun.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It sounds fun.
You'd come back smelling fishy, though.
Yeah, I guess. Although, I kind of
the
feel
salmon
bad.
up there's great.
I know. My husband used to go up to the north of Canada salmon fishing every year at a private lodge. And he'd bring back just the most amazing salmon. Oh, my God. It was wonderful. Before we go back to these, we're going to go to another weird place, which is Oklahoma, where it rains mud all day long.
That's where Albert Quintana lives.
We're going to talk about Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. Now, there's not a festival going on there, but I do want to read this little story about Oklahoma because the right one. There's a teacher strike. Right? Are you familiar with the teacher strike in Oklahoma? No. We had a teacher strike in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is one of the worst funded states. Colorado's right down there too for education. Because who needs smart people? We don't need smart people.
Hell, sit far and say math.
Right. We don't need any smart people around here. We don't need anybody that can figure stuff out. We just want to, hey, nobody needs smart people. They might not vote that way. Anyway, calling the demands to fully fund schools a slap in the face. To the great men who built this country, Oklahoma state leaders denounced teachers' strike Tuesday for betraying the values upon which Abraham Lincoln and Orville Redenbacher founded for the United States in 1914. This goes against everything the pioneers of this proud nation stood for when they triumphed over British tyranny at Pearl Harbor to win our independence from communists. Who needs school? Said Governor Mary Fallin, adding that the estimated 30,000 educators and students marching on the state capitol, calling for more funding and higher wages, were mocking the democratic ideals set forth by the country's first president, Christopher Columbus, when he proclaimed on behalf of the new republic, "I have a dream." What these teachers are doing is an affront to everything Neil Armstrong stood for when he led the troops to victory against Hitler at the Little Bighorn. It also goes against the 13th Amendment, which clearly states, honor thy father and mother. Fallon went on to remark that she had no doubt that the carved faces of John D. Rockefeller, Cotton Mather, Will Rogers, and Tom Sawyer were looking down in disgust and disapproval from the peaks of Space Mountain.
You're giving me brain damage.
I mean, oh my God, let's not fund education, folks. Let's just get rid of that. Who needs that? Get rid of it. Screw them teachers. Okay.
They are.
Yeah, really.
How
We
come
don't
I
need
never
to
got
pay
that
those
choice?
people.
See, your husband got that, and I know that he didn't.
He didn't get what?
To have his teacher.
Oh, I don't know. If he did, he didn't tell me. And that's not, you know, all I know is when that teacher got in trouble for sleeping with that kid that was really pretty.
Sleeping? Oh,
Well,
just
okay, my husband
having
just kept
sex.
saying, why are they so upset? He's the luckiest kid on earth.
Yes, I
I was
say the
like-
same thing. I don't get it. Why did they degrade
It's not because he's still a child.
Okay.
He's still a child. It's still somebody's baby. You want that happening to them?
Well, what if I was 17 years, 11 months, and 29 days?
Well, I don't know. It's so
Would I
hard.
be
to-
okay then?
Probably not if they were a teacher, because then they're a power of authority over the person. So if you were out of school and you were not in school and you were of
In the
age
park?
of consent and you were not, that person was not a teacher at your
God,
school, then
all
maybe.
these, these complex laws for this complex
I know, it
society.
really is. It's very complex. Let's see who's on there. Tammy. Hey, Tammy. She's in Chicago. She's a great realtor up in Chicago area. And we have Ann Butcher. She's one of my kumquats. Hi, Ann. I've known Ann since we were in 7th grade. We went to Oberon Junior High together and then Arvada West together. And so she's a lot of fun. And she's a great person. She runs a really cool business. They make stuff. I don't know exactly what they do. They make foam packing stuff. It's really
That is too
Yeah,
funny.
I don't know. It's too complicated for me. It's too scientific for me. But I don't know. You know, we have to really look at what's going on with funding and education, because we have to provide, not only do we have to provide a good basic education, but we have to be able to provide a good skill education, because so many things are automated. You know, it's like the poor coal miners. They think they're getting their jobs back. If you're a coal miner, wake up, buddy. Learn a computer or how to run a robotic machine, because it's
I
not
like
coming
those
back.
robotic
It's not coming
ladies
back.
you can buy.
With those what?
Those robotic women you can purchase.
Oh, shut up.
No, those are great because now
That's
I don't
called
have
your wife.
now I don't have to give. That's wrong. I don't have to give them equal
That's-
pay either.
That's called your wife. I'm pretty sure she's in robotic mode, Henry. How many years you been married?
I sleep with Henry.
I have to sleep with Henry now. Okay, done.
Oh my gosh, Heather. You have been just nailing me over and over
I
again.
can't help it. I don't know.
I'm just a glutton for
Let's see
punishment.
what's going on in the air. Oh, I can't hear it.
Well, you got 6 minutes. And
Okay, we're
50
okay?
Yeah, you're okay.
All right, because we got to do our news live. This is a mess today. We're just going crazy. We're going crazy. Let's go back to a festival, all right? Because those are really fun. Okay, here's another one that's really stupid and weird.
The Testicle Festival?
The Testicle Festival in Clinton,
Oh my
Montana.
gosh.
The Testicle Festival. Each year in Clinton, Montana, locals gather and they celebrate testicles. That's right. The Tasty Fest includes several different events. The main one being I don't even know if I can say it, the ball eating contest.
Eh.
Here they call that Rocky Mountain oysters.
Mhm.
You're given 4 minutes to see how many bull testicles you can consume. And yes, you have to eat the bull testicles. They also have an Undy 500 race, which is pretty much like it sounds. People racing in their underwear. Okay, I am going to that. I'm making a video. You know, I made a mockumentary of the redneck fishing tournament that's held in Illinois every year.
You want to go see all the balls?
No, well, I want to go to all these festivals because I love making mockumentaries. And I made one. Oh my God, they were the dumbest people. People were out there going, yeah, if the fish hit you, it's going to hurt them. Going to hurt.
And they're all.
But it was so fun. I mean, nice people though, but it was really fun. And I went out there and these fish were flying everywhere.
These poor bulls. I mean, what did they have
Actually,
anything
I'll
to
put
say
that
about
video up on my page, the WTF Radio Network page. 'cause I
Don't
made
these
a
poor
video.
bulls have anything to say about getting their balls cut off?
No, they never do, because that's steers, and that's what we do anyway.
Testicles?
To
Why?
eat cattle, we always make them into steers, and then we cook them and eat them. And what about Severance, Colorado, the #1 capital of the world for making Rocky Mountain oysters, which is the polite way of saying bull testicles, is in Severance. Can you imagine? The name is Severance, Colorado, and they have a bar up there, and they're famous for it. And they're actually pretty good. Have you ever had any? I have. I've eaten them.
Good job.
We used to go up
Bull
there.
testicles.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
We had a Rocky Mountain oyster eating contest when I was at Kim Radio. It was one of our promotions, and it was over on Alameda. There used to be a restaurant in Alameda, and I can't think of the name of it now. And it was like a country western thing. And they served Rocky Mountain oysters. So we had a contest, and everybody went and ate.
How big are they?
Well, they cut them up and fry them in strips. So it's not like this.
How big?
Well, I don't know how big they are, but they're not. They're cut up in strips, like little clam strips.
It's real like
Yeah, and then they fry them. They're actually pretty tasty. They're not bad. They're tender.
Okay. You don't know what it's like sitting in here listening to this.
But okay,
This is crazy.
well, I mean, there's lots of food people eat that's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
I'm with you.
I don't eat like beaks and butts usually, like the chickens. I don't want to eat a chicken butt or a chicken beak. Beaks and butts bother me. But those hot dogs, like if you eat a hot dog, I'm pretty sure you've eaten every part of something.
They grind that all
Oh
up
my
and just
God,
run
you
it
gotta-
through there.
Yeah, it's like a beak and butt and chicken lips
Testicles.
and yeah, God knows what's in there. And what the hell's a chicken nugget? Ever heard of that? What part of a chicken is a
The
nugget?
feathers and everything are in that thing.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Oh, there's an annual turkey testicle festival every
Turkey
Wednesday
testicle.
before Thanksgiving in Huntley, Illinois. Oh my God, I'm going to have to go there and see that, Tammy.
No, Tammy.
Yeah, I'm going to that. I'm coming up. Can I stay with you if I come up? Okay, I'm coming up to do that.
That's where the turkeys learn to say gobble 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 gobble
That's what
gobble.
they mean by gobble
Gobble,
gobble.
gobble.
Oh,
Ow,
and
no.
then they start going gobble gobble in a high pitch. What do we got? California, Romania. Romania, that's so cool. Hamburg,
A lot of Mountain View,
Athens.
California.
Austria, United States. Where are they at in the United States, does it say? Indonesia, Mountain View, California. Mountain View, California. Oh, we love Mountain View, California. Yay, thank you, Mountain View. All right. So here's another, now that we're done talking about the testicle festival.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, Wisconsin
Mhm.
state has a cow chip throw and festival. They throw cow chips.
Cow chips.
Are we okay on time with our show?
You're at 2 minutes.
Oh, we better listen a little bit to the radio. I better tune it up so I can hear, because
Okay.
got to see what's going on. We'll talk about it.
I can see where you're at.
Oh, great song. One hit wonder. The Eve of Destruction. Every word of it's true today. Every single word. Other than the 18-year-olds can vote now. Can we crank it up so I can hear it in here? What? That was a great one hit wonder. Okay. We're gonna go into the news, so I better get ready.
It knows no regulation. Handful of senators don't pass legislation. And marches alone can't bring innovation. When human respect is disintegrating, this whole crazy world is just too frustrating. And you tell me over and over again.
Well, in case those who are tuning in,
I'm sorry, but I gotta get this ready.
WTF show with Rhonda Shea.
That's right. And I'm just getting all the stuff ready for on the air, because we're going to go on the air live now with both video and radio with the news.
She's a paper shuffler, and she don't get paid the same amount that everybody else does because she's female. She only gets 3/4 of the amount of money that a male would doing the same thing, shuffling.
What?
I was saying, you don't get paid. I said you don't get paid as much for shuffling paper as a male would.
Oh, I don't get paid shit. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we are getting ready for the news.
Don't forget, following this show, stay tuned 4 to 6 with DJ Automate. He'll be coming up with a hip hop show, so you want to check that out right after Rhonda's show. Of course, Rhonda has some of the best stuff that you want to hear. Fake news, real news, you're not sure what
We
kind
don't know what it is. We just kind of go. We wing it, don't we?
Weird conspiracy
Here we
theories
go.
and fake news. And news that should be fake, but it's actually real.
One day I found Mr. Shaking and I said, "Ooh, it looks like a purple people eater to me."
Hey, welcome to Fake News. Hi, Henry. How you doing?
I'm doing fair to part of cloudy chance of having to work.
Yeah, really. Okay, well, we're going to start out with some local news. Okay, there is something seriously wrong here. The other day I was driving down the street. This is true. I was driving down the street and I passed a marijuana shop next door to a liquor store, next door to a strip bar, and then next door to a restaurant called Ho Ho's.
It all made sense.
I drove off the road. I was like, what?
What the frogs?
I know, isn't that ridiculous? I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Here's another thing on news. Okay, just when you think life in Colorado can't get any better, because we live in a great state. I love Colorado. It's freedom of expression, and people are crazy, and we have so much fun, and people pretty much let you do what you want. So anyway, just thought when life couldn't get any better in beautiful Colorado, Keith Villa, the man behind Blue Moon, the Blue Moon beer, created a non-alcohol cannabis infused beer. And he's launching it in Colorado this fall. Beer party, my house. Speaking of that, the rumor has it that cannabis infused tequila. Have you heard of that? Cannabis infused tequila? No. They have cannabis confused. That's me.
Cannabis confused. I'm kind of she has some of the tequila already.
That's right, tequila. You know what they say about tequila anyway. It makes your clothes fall off. But anyway, cannabis infused tequila, and it's called Green Dragon, and that's supposed to be out somewhere. Someone offered me, said, hey, you want to patent green? I said, no, because I'm not really certain that I'd survive that at my age. I'm not sure.
You always say your age. Why?
Because I'm just not certain that cannabis and tequila mixed together is a good thing.
Why? You've always done it. I don't get what you're saying.
I'm not certain. It just kind of scares me. That one I'm not trying. Speaking of cannabis, a new study came out, and it's just been released to show that states that have medical marijuana, their opioid overdosing and opioid deaths are actually going down. And the government produced a study on this, and it's because of the pain management that you could do with marijuana. That's what they say. It's pain, right? It's all about the pain. Not the fun, the pain. But anyway, it is reducing the deaths of opioids. So it may be one way to, as they start investigating how to deal with the opioid crisis, to have more medical marijuana available to people that need that chronic pain management. So that's something else. So here's some cool things in Colorado. We were talking about festivals on the video side, and this is something that you don't want to miss. If you've lived in Colorado and you have never been to this, or you are visiting the state, this is a hoot. It is the third weekend of May in Fruita, Colorado. Fruita is just beautiful. There's a lot of dinosaur bones and things like that there as well that you can see. It is the annual Mike the Headless Chicken Day. That's right. Ever heard of that, Henry?
No, never have.
Never heard of it? Never heard of it? Well, there's events that include a 5K run, like a headless chicken race, an egg toss, pin the head on the chicken, and the chicken cluck off. And then, of course, there's chicken bingo. Have you ever played that, Henry?
No. You know, this sounds like an X-rated type of fun party.
No. Here we go.
Watch. Want to come to my headless chicken race and do some egg toss?
No, you turn
you
anything into that.
Want to pin the head on the chicken?
You turn anything into that. But let me tell you.
How about my chicken cluck off?
Cluck you.
Cluck you.
Cluck you, Henry. Let's cluck you.
See?
But anyway, chicken bingo is where they have like a board and they put chickens on it and it walks around wherever it poops. That makes it's like chicken tic-tac-toe, chicken bingo.
But a chicken shit.
Yeah, chicken shit. And that's how you win the game, if the chicken poops on your squares or something. It's really weird. Okay, here's the backstory on Mike the chicken. On September 10th, 1945, a farmer, Lloyd Olson of Fruita, Colorado, was planning to eat supper with his mother-in-law. And he went out and he brought back a chicken to the yard to get a chicken to cook, right? So he chose a chicken named Mike. And he hit him with the axe like you would do back then to kill a chicken, except he'd screwed it up somehow, and the bulk of the head was gone. But he missed the jugular vein, leaving one ear and just the brainstem. And in chickens, the brainstem actually controls them, so they don't actually need their head. Isn't that weird? So it's like, okay. So anyway, due to this failed attempt to behead Mike, the chicken was still able to balance on a perch, walk clumsily, and he attempted to preen and peck for food and crow, but kind of sounded like gurgling, I guess, in his throat. And then so he didn't die, and then the guy felt bad, so he decided to take care of him. So he would feed it a mixture of milk and water and an eyedropper and like drop it down the open throat. Is this like the weirdest thing you've ever heard? And anyway, he died like 2 years later in 1947 when a piece of grain got stuck in there. And he actually toured some of the freak shows that were going around. And there's pictures of him in old issues of like the New York Times and stuff. How weird is that, right? So the city, of course, of Fruita decided to make Mike the Chicken have a chicken festival. So anyway, the Headless Chicken, Mike the Headless Chicken, coming up third week in May, Fruita, Colorado.
You're scaring me, Rhonda.
I know, isn't that weird? And here's another weird thing. I mentioned this before on the video part. April 16th is Alfred Packer Day. Alfred Packer, our famous cannibal from Colorado, actually the most famous cannibal in the world. Alfred Packer on April 16th in 1874, he and 5 friends took out on a trip to go across by Ouray and across the mountains down by Lake City. And unfortunately, they got caught in a blizzard, and only one person survived, and it was Alfred Packer. And Alfred Packer was pretty fat because all the other people were eaten, apparently. Alfred Packer, yeah, he ate his companions. He was tried and convicted of murder and cannibalism. There was some argument whether or not they had died of natural causes and then he ate them, or he killed them, or the other guy named Bell killed them, and it kind of went back and forth. But he was tried and convicted, and the only person in the United States at that time, and I think up until, I think currently, to ever have been convicted of cannibalism. Jeffrey Dahmer ate people, but he wasn't convicted of cannibalism. He was just convicted of murder. And he was paroled. He escaped. He got back, had a second trial. He then went all the way to the Supreme Court eventually.
Did he eat the judge?
Yeah. He was paroled in February 8th, 1901, and the Denver Post had a big part of that. They really kept pushing to have him paroled, and they gave him a job as a security guard. I mean, nobody come near you, right? Our guard's Alfred Packer. Okay.
And he's hungry.
Yeah, we're staying away. We keep him hungry, too. Anyway, his grave is in Jefferson County, which is a county that I used to live in. And it is in Littleton. And it is a veteran's tombstone because he was a veteran in his regiment of the Civil War in 1962, his regiment. So anyway, he has a veteran's tombstone. Now, what we're going to do is go back to the music, and I'm going to start out this segment with a song called The Legend of Alfred Packer. You turn that up so people will hear. Turn it up a bit. Yeah, maybe everybody can hear from here. Okay. Isn't that fun?
My head's already turned gray.
Yeah, it has to.
My what?
We're going to cut it in a minute. I'll go to the story. Al's Cafe.
It was Al Packer's legendary coronary fast food cannibal bar and buffet.
The Al Packer Cannibal Bar and Cafe. Okay, we're going to go back to this. Isn't that funny? There's actually, I think it was in 1974, the students in Boulder decided to name the student cafeteria after Alfred Packer. We mentioned that earlier.
And that's when I went to school.
Yeah, Alfred Packer Cafe.
In 72, I went.
They'd always say invite your friends to lunch or dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Well, here's the rest of the story on Alfred Packer because it really is kind of interesting. I'm going to finish that up and then we'll go back to some other news. After his first arrest, he confessed. He escaped, as I mentioned. He was discovered in Cheyenne, Wyoming, living under an alias. Packer was then persuaded to make his second confession, and he changed it a little bit. And he signed it on March 16th, and instead of claiming the men gradually killed each other to survive, Packer now claimed that Shannon Bell, the other guy, had killed the others while Packer was out scouting. On April 6th, the trial began in Lake City, Colorado, and 7 days later, he was found guilty of premeditated murder and sentenced to death by hanging. And this is the best part of the story. Most people don't know this, the best part of the story. According to the local newspaper, the presiding judge, M.B. Jerry, said the following. Let's see if I can do it like a judge back then. Stand up, you vicarious man-eating sons of a bitch, and receive your sentence.
Jesus.
When you came to Hillsdale County, there were 7 Democrats, but now you ate 5 of them. God damn you. I sentence you to be hanged in the neck, by the neck, until you're dead, 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 as a warning against reducing the Democratic population of this county. Packer, you Republican cannibal, I would sentence you to hell if the statutes didn't forbade it.
Jesus. Good job.
I
like that. Came out great. Jesus.
Isn't that crazy? Actually, that's not true. According to the court records, the paper kind of exaggerated that a little bit, but the official court records, he basically sentenced him to death, hanged till the neck till he's dead, 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 and he said, "May God have mercy on your soul." And that whole sentence was later commuted to manslaughter in the Colorado Supreme Court, and he served 8 years for each count, making him the longest sentence at that time in the country that was ever handed down. And he was then paroled, like I said, because the Denver Post really took up his cause, and they gave him a job, and he died at the age of 65. And they say he was a vegetarian the rest of his life.
Have you ever seen that one movie called Soylent Green?
Oh, yeah, Soylent Green is people. Remember that? Soylent Green is people. I used to love that. Yeah.
They were running people because if you got to a certain age, they'd run you through there and grind you all
I think
up
we'd have been ground up already. They like to fatten you up, too. They fatten up the old people and send them through there, and then they fed them to all the young people.
In these little bars, and everybody was after those bars. They had to have
And they had to have them. They gave them all kinds of energy. And then one of them, I think there's a scene in the movie where somebody's running down the street going, "Soylent Green is people."
So you do remember it.
Oh, yeah, that was a big
great
one.
movie.
That's like 1984, George Orwell.
Yeah,
Of course, that was, how many years ago now? Didn't happen.
Now it's real because they serve it as chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets are people.
It was.
Before we get going again, let's talk about this, Henry.
Sure.
We're supporting the Aurora Special Olympics. I think that's really cool. Special Olympics is a great cause, and if you can get out there and support them, it would be wonderful. There's I love her.
Shelvis.
Shelvis, the female Elvis impersonator. She was on the show, a few months ago on your show?
Yes.
Yeah, love Shelvis. Anyway, Saturday, April 14th from 1 to 3 p.m., Shelvis will be doing a performance that will benefit the Aurora Special Olympics. It is located on East Arizona Avenue. Tickets are $20 to $35. It's a fundraiser. And how can they find out about it? Is there a website?
You can go to Barbara King of Linnell Designs on Facebook and get tickets there.
Oh, that's great. Shelvis does a great show. She really is fun.
And don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting live from Fit Body Boot Camp.
Fit Body Boot Camp?
Yeah, say that real fast.
Fit Body Boot Camp. I might have to go
I kept saying
that.
booty fat bit.
Booty camp. That's what you wanted to go to, booty camp. No, you're not going there, Henry. You're not going to booty camp.
And don't forget the Winter Park Jazz Festival also kicking off in July 21st, 22nd with coming on Saturday, Fantasia and Sheila E. And on Saturday or Sunday is going to be Keith Sweat and looks like Boney James, Darius.
Wow.
It's going to be a big lineup.
That looks like a great show.
And then the big one, Grand Doozy, September 14th through the 16th. Kendrick Lamar, Stevie Wonder, Florence and the Machine. They're going to be doing.
I love Florence and the Machine.
Yes, the big names.
They're awesome. That's great.
Really, really cool.
That's great. Hey, do we have our music up on the web for people to download for Camp Wapi Yapi yet?
Everything's up.
Okay, so if you go to KUHSdenver.com,
it's right on the front page.
Right on the front page. There's 8 songs.
8 songs.
8 songs that if you download and you
donate,
the money goes to Camp Wapi Yapi to send children this summer to summer camp in the Rocky Mountains. And so you can download some great music by Dana Aliano. She's got a couple songs in there. She is great. We play her on the station all the time. We have got some from who else is on there?
Moses Jones.
Moses Jones. That's right.
We got Stephen Watts is on
Stephen
there.
Watts, and Aaliyah, and we've got all kinds of music, and it's fun, and it helps a great cause.
It's only $5 we asked them.
Yeah, and then you get all the songs, and then the money goes directly to Camp Wapi Yapi, and we're trying to raise enough money to send a kid to camp, which is like $1,200. So get on there, download that music. It's really good. Okay, so Wisconsin. We'll go back to Wisconsin now. Wisconsin State Cow Chip Throw and Festival.
So how do you throw a cow?
No, you throw the chip.
At a cow?
No, you throw the chip.
Make this. Come on, Rhonda. Read that the way you have it.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, Cow chips are dry, odorless pieces of cow dung.
Odorless. How do you make cow dung go?
I don't know, but they used to burn it for fuel. I mean, cow dung was like one of these things they used to use, I think, to burn for fuel and make pitch roofs and all kinds of stuff back in the days
What a
when,
bunch of shoot.
yeah, when the people were like, when the women were hairy, you know,
And they didn't get paid
when
equal
the
to
women had
men.
unibrows and stuff like that, you know, like, oh my
And
God.
you think women should get paid equal for
Listen, if they're shoveling dung, I think, yeah.
that?
Listen, women should get paid more because not only do they have to work at work, they have to come home and they have to run the household.
You know, you think women are better than men? Or, I don't think they're, you know what? I don't know where this idea came that women think, well, they are. They are. They're much better than men.
You're getting smart in your old age, Henry.
They are the
Not better.
grandest.
Different.
They are the grandest human
Oh,
on
listen
this
to him.
earth.
Here he
You know, it's
goes.
like,
Here he goes. His wife just tuned in. You could see her on the thing. And he's now, all of a sudden, he changes his tune. Oh, Pearl, women are the best. That's what happened.
see? Go ahead.
I know. You can't.
Let's talk about cow dung.
Cow
then.
dung. Okay. 'Cause, you know, this is a really intellectual show. We're going to talk about cow dung. My smart person couldn't come on because we're too damn dumb to figure out how to get her on the video feed. Because I wanted to ask a smart person dumb questions. And the only smart person I know is my friend TJ, who was a nuclear physicist. And we can't ask anything in their category. So I'm going to try to bring smart people on when we figure this out. But it can't be like, if she's a nuclear physicist, you have to ask her dumb questions about things that are not related to nuclear physicists. And that's what we were trying to do. But we can't seem to ever get that feed to work. So we'll keep trying. Anyway, so the cow chips, odorless piece of cow dung. Huh? The festival is held every year in Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin. It includes a cow chip parade. What would you do in a cow? Would you carry like cow chip on a stick? I don't know. What is that?
Throw cow chips out
I
at the
don't know.
kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's so dressed up like a
They're still wet.
cow
too,
chip.
when you toss them out
It's
there.
weird. Includes a cow chip parade, cow chip throwing contest, crafts, food, and of course beer. And the current, oh, here's this one. The current cow chip throwing record is what? Take a guess, Henry.
248 feet.
You saw it on the
I
page.
did not.
You're right. 248 feet. Somebody actually threw a cow chip 248 feet.
That's easy.
Sign them up for the Broncos. They can't seem to do anything right lately. Give them a football. All right. Anyway.
Jesus.
Eeyore's birthday party. This is a nice one. It's in Austin, Texas. Eeyore's birthday party. Isn't that sweet? Every year in Austin, Texas, people of all ages dress up and head into town to celebrate Winnie the Pooh's best friend. The celebration has grown to be increasingly popular over the years, and it features a drum circle, live music, belly dancing, face painting, free food, and pictures with the one and only Eeyore. The festival is free to get in, free to park, and proceeds always go to a local charity. So if you're out in the Austin area, that sounds nice. I don't even know why that's in this list. I should have taken it out. Everything else is crazy, and this one's actually really sweet. I guess that's for people who have kids or grandkids and want to do something and don't want to take them to a testicle festival.
Testicle festival.
They cut off
Is that
Eeyore's,
like-
that's what
is
they're
that
going to
like-
cut off Eeyore's testicles and cook them.
Is that like a nightclub that is full of men and you go to a testicle festival?
I don't know. I told you it's in Montana, and Montana's a weird place. Men are men and sheep are nervous, right? Just like, Dad,
Dad.
don't be bad when you go out tonight, son.
Jesus.
Okay, we're horrible. Okay, we're horrible. Who's up there? Oh, Joella. Hi, Joella. How are you, hon? And Stu. Hey, Stu Evans. And this is great. We're going to add Stu if we can. Stu Evans was a DJ on KIMN radio with me. He's absolutely one of my favorite DJs I ever worked with. And he's right there. I don't know if we can add him though. Stu, I want you to call in one day. Love to have you on the show. We'll set this up. He is one of my favorite all-time people, and what a talent. He also later, after he left Kim, went on to work in country western radio station and was, I believe, the country western DJ of the year at the Country Western Music Awards. Yeah, great guy. Hi, Stu and Bunny. Nice to see you. All right, so here's what's coming up next. Underwater Music Festival in Florida Keys. They play things like fish bones. It's like the weirdest thing. I'm not kidding. It's like, okay. Underwater Music Festival held every year.
You go try to play an alligator.
Yeah,
a live alligator tail.
Something, I don't know, or shark. Every year in the Florida Keys. Music is broadcast on local radio stations, and it's piped underwater, and the musicians dress up as mermaids and mermen. I didn't know there were mermen, did you? How do you tell? I mean, I guess from the waist up you can tell. Okay, join in on the fun, and they put on a show for onlookers. Many dive enthusiasts come out, and they go down in the water, and they have the food and the festival, and they actually swim around and listen to the music underwater. That's not too bad either. That's pretty good. Okay, so here's one in New Orleans. Anything in New Orleans is bound to be fun, right? What do we got here? Melissa. Hi, Melissa. I'll send the $5. That's what Stu said. He's a sweetheart. I love that man. The festival held each year in New Orleans. This is a festival, and it's based off the traditional San Fermin bull racing festival in Spain. However, this festival doesn't have any bulls. Chasing after you. They have roller derby girls.
Chasing that? Oh, I want to go to that.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. The girls chase runners, and if they catch up to you, they're allowed to whack you with a foam wiffle ball bat. The festival, in typical New Orleans fashion, begins with a party and ends with a party. And okay, that sounds fun. When do they do that? They don't say when. It's called the San Fermin Festival in New Orleans. That really does sound fun. Wayne Chicken Show in Wayne, Nebraska. That's not too far from here.
No.
Ever been there?
No.
You know what they have out in Nebraska too? I think it's Nebraska. They have that car hinge. Have you ever heard?
You were talking about.
I know. It's like they took a bunch of old rusted out jalopy cars that were in like where they throw old cars. What are those things called?
Junkyard.
Junkyards, yeah. They put them in a junkyard, and they got together and they took it and they took cranes and they set them up to exactly mimic Stonehenge in England. And it's all set up so the winter solstice and the summer solstice and all that stuff come through like they would if you were at the real Stonehenge. And they call it Carhenge. And they have festivals. And people drive there
just
to see Carhenge. I mean, and I think it was like, you're driving through Nebraska. And it's like, okay, well, let's see. People are tired of the two-headed goat. The world's biggest beaver. That was my neighbor when she moved to Nebraska. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
No.
Oh, my God. I got a picture of that.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, they were tired of the biggest ball of twine, stuff like that. So they said, what can we do? I mean, can you see them sitting around the city council meeting?
Hell yeah. Here's what we do, Orville.
Yeah. We got to do something. They're, ever since that highway came in, they're just passing us by.
Tell me this, Rhonda. How did they move the stone out there in Stonehenge for daylight savings time?
I don't know. The Druids must have done it. I could just see these guys sit there. I got an idea. And they're all American cars, by the way. They have no foreign cars. Let's take all these American cars.
These Chevys. I got me a Chevy. You get you a Ford.
We'll see. We'll put them up, make a car hinge.
Hell yeah, shit fired, save matches. We'll go to the cow dung.
We're going to have cow dung throwing through the Stonehenge. I'm going to take a trip out there with my family this summer, and I'm going to take pictures of Carhenge because I can't believe it. But anyway, back to the chicken show in Wayne, Nebraska. The second Saturday in each July, the Wayne Area Chamber of Commerce in Nebraska puts on the Wayne Chicken Show. This festival will last all weekend, includes foods and crafts and games and a huge chicken dance, like the world's biggest chicken dance. Remember that thing?
There was a dance called the chicken. The funky chicken.
Oh, yeah, the funky chicken. But this is like that dumbass chicken. The one that they do at weddings. The dumbass chicken dance. Anyway, this is the worst festival that I found. Okay, this one's kind of the worst one, I think. Humongous. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Drum roll. Fungus Fest.
Oh, my freaking God.
Crystal Falls, Michigan. Okay. Crystal Falls, Michigan is home to the humongous fungus. This phenomena is the world's largest and oldest living organism. I don't know. I think Henry could give it a run for its money. The fungus covers 48 acres. So naturally, the town created a festival. 48 acres of fungus.
Jesus.
48 acres. That just, I don't know. Ooh, that's not too good to me. So they created a festival to celebrate its existence. For 3 days, festival attendees can enjoy a pancake breakfast, tournaments, softball game, the largest mushroom pizza known to man, which of course is a fungus as well, fungi, and other things. I don't know if I'd want to eat anything. That just sounds weird. The largest fungus in the world. I don't know. I'm not liking that one. I think I'd rather eat the testicles. That's just like, no.
Oh, my
Robert
gosh.
Joseph Lopez. Hello, Robert. How are
She's
you?
eating testicles.
I'm not. I'm saying the bull ones, the cooked ones. We're going to keep this straight.
I
Make sure we're not.
think that's
Yeah, keep that straight. I'm talking the cooked, Rocky Mountain oyster testicles. Okay. Every year, the National Hollering Contest in Beebe Corner, Nebraska. Why is everything in Nebraska?
Because
Maybe
they ain't got
that might be
nothing
North
hell.
Carolina.
They ain't
Oh, no,
got
it's
nothing
North
to do.
Carolina. I had
Oh.
an N there. Thank God. Well, same thing. Why is everything in those parts of the country? Every
Shit, hell, you know how they all
No,
are out
I
there.
will tell you this, North Carolina is the prettiest state that I have ever seen outside of Colorado. And if I was going to move somewhere, I would move there. It is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Every year in Spivey Corner, North Carolina, there is an epic competition that takes place. That's right, for all to hear. It's the National Hollering Contest, beginning in 1969 to save endangered forms of communication from extinction. It was not extinct in our house. We holler all the time. Hey!
Ah,
The
hell
event
yeah.
now includes a barbecue cook-off and live music and the holler. How do you suppose people holler? Is that like when they hollered across the woods to bring
Yeah, yeah.
Is that like in the coal miner's daughter hollow? Like, remember that movie? Butcher holler.
That is
I
funny.
mean, that's kind of weird, isn't it? I wonder what they did. It had to be some kind of a weird sound, right?
Yeah,
I wonder if we can get that on the internet. I'm going to try to find it and put it in the radio show next week. People holler, oh! Okay, and this is kind of weird. The National Lentil Festival.
The lentil.
Have you eaten lentils? I don't like
No,
them.
what
I
are
like them.
lentils?
Like a legume or
No.
whatever they call them. Those bean things. They're legumes.
No.
I think they're supposed to be good for you. Like I don't know what else is a legume. I think soy.
Soy.
Maybe that's a bean. I don't see. We're too damn dumb. We need a smart person. Anybody know what a legume is? Anyway. Each year in Pullman, Washington, residents gather and to celebrate the wonder that is the lentil.
The lentil.
Lentil. Okay, who knows? Who's on there? Oh, Carol. Hi, Carol. How are you?
She knows what lentil is.
She is great. I love Carol. She grew up across the street from my aunt. And then who have we got over here?
Mountain View, Vasco, Portulague.
Ooh, look at that.
Vasco.
We got a visitor from Europe, from Spain, the United States, from Liberty, where's that?
Medford, Oregon.
And Istanbul and Medford, Oregon. So we've got all kinds of folks on here. Thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate it. And I always have to apologize to our international community. He'll be gone in 2 years, 2.5, 3 years. All right. Anyway,
You gotta apologize.
I did apologize to him. Anyway, there's a lentil festival. They celebrate the wonder that is the lentil. I don't even know what they do. It includes live music and a carnival and all kinds of stuff and special vendors and a 5K race and a lentil pancake. That sounds disgusting. Put that with the fungi festival and anticipation of who will be crowned. Are you ready? Maybe we should go there and see if we could do this. The lentil king and queen.
Oh man, I bet you I can get
Hey,
there.
maybe if we have any listeners from Oregon, they would vote for us. I mean, from Washington.
We can go during Lent.
Yeah, Lent. We could be the lentil king and queen at Lent. Yeah, and give up lentils because I don't want to
Give up lentils for Lent.
Okay, all right. Here's the last festival I dug up today, and then we'll just chat about some other stuff. Oh no, I've got a few more. The Gilroy Garlic Festival. Okay, I love garlic. I'm Italian. We love garlic. Okay, I'm into that one. Let's see. It's the home of the largest food festival in the United States, the Garlic Festival. Isn't that something? Because garlic makes everything taste good. Attendees can enjoy all things garlic with live music and garlic braiding workshops. And what is garlic braiding? It's kind of weird. The festival has everything, even garlic flavored ice cream. Okay, I might draw the line on that.
Yeah, I would too.
Would you, Henry?
Yes.
Look at that one. What do you think of that one?
The Hatfield and McCoy reunion. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Get your butt shot off. I think they're still fighting that fight. I'm not sure. But they're having fun while they're doing it. It includes marathon live music and shooting each other. Okay. The NRA sponsors it. They do. They sponsor that. It's sponsored by the NRA. Bring your assault rifles. Have fun, guys. Bring your assault rifles. The schools will be open for business. The schools will be open for business. Bring your assault rifles.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, that was a bad one.
No, that was pretty good.
All right. Anyway, duct tape festival. How
I
about
like that, yeah.
How about a duct tape festival?
That sounds like fun because they make duct tape in all these different colors.
They do.
Yeah, you can like some of the ladies can get naked and they put all these, they make all this stuff, these clothing out of duct tape.
Duct, well, can you imagine taking that duct tape off if they had no clothing underneath there? That would hurt like hell.
Depending on where you
It'd
put
be like getting a wax job everywhere.
it.
Oh my God, that would hurt. Ah! That'd be the worst. Are you kidding me? No. Okay,
Well,
they have a scholarship. You know, duct tape has a scholarship. If you make your prom outfit, I think it is, out of duct tape and you win, they give you like $1,000 scholarship to go to college. They actually have a scholarship. You know, anyway, so it's in Avon, Ohio. If anybody lives in the Ohio area and they want to go see it, it's all wonders that are duct tape, and it's a duct tape fashion show and statues and duct tape floats and all kinds of stuff.
Where are you picking all this stuff up?
Oh,
from?
I have no life, so I just
I have no
dig it up.
I see you everywhere, all over the social media. You have no life.
Oh, I was a lot of places this last week. I
Yes,
went to
you
the
were.
Colorado Women's Hall of Fame banquet. That was fantastic. I went to the
Awesome.
Broomfield Community Foundation event where they honored great people that live in Broomfield, and that was fantastic. And with some wonderful folks there. Really, really, really proud to be in this area up in this north part.
You were all over the place.
I was. Yeah, I was a lot of places last week. Went skiing, hiked up, and then one day we hiked up, snowshoed up St. Mary's Glacier. So it was a crazy, crazy week.
So
All right.
when you say you have no life, that doesn't ring well with me.
Well, yeah. All right. So here's my favorite one, or my least favorite one. It's called the Tarantula Awareness Festival. Okay, I just don't like that. Okay, I'm sorry, and it's held in Corscold, California. Anybody from California ever go to that? They're on our screen. We've got a lot of people from California.
San Francisco was up there, I see.
Oh, there we go.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha. Hey, have you gone to some of those festivals? Tell us about it if you did. Omaha, Nebraska, and then it's on there. And who else? Mountain View, California again. We have a lot of people from Mountain View. Thank you. Okay, anyway, so they gather for a day of tarantula-themed fun. Ooh, all kinds of arachnid displays. Okay, right there they've lost me. Arachnid displays.
Arachnophobia.
Let's just go look at spiders. And then if they get loose. Oh, tarantula races and even a costume contest. No, thank you. I would be so creeped out I couldn't even go near that.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's out. Tarantula Festival, definitely out. Okay, so what's coming up for your week this week, Henry? Here.
Oh, lots of cool things.
You're almost done with the show. Really.
Yeah, you got 48 seconds.
48
left.
seconds. We're going to have to say goodbye. I guess.
Yeah, well, you want to say goodbye?
There is a goodbye on there, but we could do a live one. Let me see. It's Afternoon Delight.
Let's do a live
That was
one.
one of my favorite one-hit wonders, Afternoon Delight.
Let's do a live one.
Okay, we'll do
a live goodbye.
Okay.
So it's time to say goodbye now, right?
Now it's time to say goodbye.
To all our company.
Family. Was it
MIC KEYRHONDA
KUHS TV. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. It's been a fun hour. Thanks for taking your day and your time and spending with us. And we'll catch you in 2 weeks. And hopefully I'll have my Ask a Smart Person a Dumb Question. And maybe my good friend Stu Evans, who tuned in and was one of the best DJs on KIMN AM 95 here in Denver, would do me the favor of being a guest and call in. I'd love to have him on the show.
That'd be really, really awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be fantastic. So you guys all have
That would be fantastic.
have a great week, 2 weeks.
Yes.
And we'll catch you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.